All right, hey everybody, welcome to a early edition of it's kind of the prequel to the Golf Dudes podcast. I'm Joe Calabro. Thanks for tuning in this Thursday evening. Joining me is one of the co-founders of Links Drinks, along with his wife Denise, Fred Evanko. And as you may have just seen, we officially announced our partnership with Links Drinks, or GolfNewsRI announced the partnership with Links Drinks, and we're super excited about it. And super excited to talk to Fred here for a few minutes, and then we'll replay some of the clips on the Golf Dudes podcast later tonight. So Fred, thanks so much for coming on. I appreciate you making some time for us.
Oh, absolutely. I'm glad to be here and excited to be working with you, Joe.
Absolutely. So you guys are in, you guys are based in Connecticut, but you distribute to about more than 15 states across the country, which is really exciting. So let's just start with the basics. I think a lot of people know kind of our story, how we started, and but and I know you talked about this when you put it in the article or press release. But just talk about how you guys started with this. What made you launch Links Drinks? Love of transfusions, obviously love of drinking while playing golf, which I think we all appreciate, which is one of the great things about golf. But just talk about how you kind of got started on this journey.
Yeah. So first of all, our product is you keep mentioning the company's Links Drinks, but the product is a ready-to-drink transfusion cocktail in a can. It's a popular golf club drink. I worked in the golf space for 20 years. I was the head of sales for the PGA shows, and then I'm actually going to pour one while we're talking. I think that's always good.
There you go. Absolutely.
It's always good. So I worked in golf, and then I was the head of sales for the PGA shows, and then had a life-changing experience. My wife and I, we lost our daughter to cancer, unfortunately, our daughter Grace, after a 2.5-year battle with cancer. And among other things, that experience gave me a lot of perspective, and was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life, and ended up leaving that position for the golf shows, and went to work for a small startup golf technology company in the tournament management space. And in that position, I was going to a lot of charity outings and corporate events and golf tournaments, and people were drinking this beautiful purple liquid gold, as I like to call it, this transfusion cocktail at these events like it was going out of style. And it hit me to come up with the idea to put it in a can. Ran it by a bunch of friends. I was originally calling it Can Fusion. Couldn't find anybody to talk me out of it. And I think you only have that light bulb moment once in a while that you think you could actually make something happen. And with this perspective that we had, we decided to give it a shot. And here we are. That's kind of the quick abridged version.
So now you guys are, what do you guys are a couple years in, I believe you said. I know you guys, you mentioned you're a couple years ahead of us, obviously. But you're in 15 states. You have other products coming out as far as other versions of the drink. You want to preview some of those? I saw that on your website. I know they're kind of in the works.
Yeah. So to backtrack, we've been in business 2 years. We launched in July of 2019 here in Connecticut, where I consider us a local company, which is one of the things I really like about what you're doing. You'll cover the local Rhode Island golf scene. Even though we're in 16 states now, I very much consider us a local company. It's my wife and I. We're not a big manufacturer. We're just a husband and wife team that decided to start their own business. But we launched in July of 2019 in Connecticut only, and then last year expanded into 4 or 5 more states. And things with the pandemic, actually things took off for us. Ready to drink cocktails like this. Golf were becoming popular, because of everything, grab and go. Products. The golf industry was booming because it was an outdoor activity and the built-in social distancing. So things were, we did well last year, well enough to expand to another total of 16 states for this year. And so far, so good. Yeah, we have the classic transfusion, vodka, ginger ale, grape juice. And we do have 2 other flavors that'll be coming out probably the end of this year, or maybe the holidays, maybe next year, not sure yet. But we're going to have the what we call the front 9 transfusion, which is vodka, ginger ale, orange juice for the morning drinkers, or the early start times or the early golf tournaments. And then we're going to have the back 9 transfusion, which is vodka, ginger ale, cranberry. I always say not every golf course has grape juice. And the cranberry is more of a staple type of a cocktail. So those are going to be our three. We may go right to a variety pack. We're not sure. There may be a fourth, maybe a transfusion light with lime, something low carb, low cal for guys like me, to fit into that seltzer craze. And maybe some others down the line. But at the end of the day, we're going to be the transfusion product. We're it's not just for golfers, but we want to own the golf space. That's where the drink started, and hopefully we expand from there.
Now, you mentioned you're in 16 states now, and we're not going to get into Rhode Island specifically because that's where our audience is.
Yep.
But talk about, for those that don't know it, or talk about that process of getting your product into other states. And how long is that process? How hard is it? I don't know if that's the right word, but just talk about that process of getting into other states for those that don't understand how it all works.
Yeah, it's an interesting process, but quite simply, you need to have distribution. You can self-distribute, but it would be challenging. So for the most part, for a company like ours, we need to have a distributor that wants to carry our product. And once you have a distributor, which we do in Rhode Island, we're with Mancini. They go by a couple of different names, but Mancini Beverage is our distributor statewide in Rhode Island. And once you have a distributor, you obviously need to get licensed in the state, and finalize pricing and things like that. And then from there, with our own support and distribution, you want to secure retailers, to carry your product, off-premise liquor stores, and also, obviously we're focused on the golf course, so on premise with the golf course and sports bars and indoor golf facilities. And, I'd like to say everywhere and anywhere, but really more anywhere that is a fit for our type of a product. Or I guess if you like grape juice, spiked grape juice, it's a fit. It's really essentially spiked grape juice with a golf niched dimpled can, if you can see it. So that's the process. It's a lot of work, but also very gratifying as well once you get going.
Absolutely. Now, Rhode Island specifically, I know I mentioned to you that we would love to publish like a list, basically of places where people can find the drink, or find your drink in around here. But offhand, do you have? Can you give people a couple places where they could find it right this second?
What I would say, rather than rattling off spots here and there, is go to our website. We have a full list of the locations on our website. I would also say, if you have a local liquor store where you shop, or you play golf somewhere, ask them to carry it for us if you like the product. But you can certainly reach out to us on our website, linksdrinks.com. Our email is on there, info@linksdrinks. It comes directly to myself or my wife, and we'll always reach out. If you have a liquor store, we'll reach out to them. We'll have our distributor reach out for you. We're actually going to be up there doing a tasting at a golf course August 5th at Wanamatanami Country Club. So we're doing a tasting there. But easiest way to do is look on our website, check out all locations, and if you don't see someone close to you carrying it, please ask them to do so for us.
Absolutely. We'll help spread the word as well through our website and our morning e-blast, and obviously our social media. For you guys have a huge, a big social media following, especially on Instagram. When you're trying to promote a product like this, because it's funny, as I mentioned to you, my other side job is I'm a brand manager for Sassy Pinot Grigio for my friend's distributor company, Icon Imports. And so it's funny how the two worlds kind of collided on this. Right. And so I manage the Facebook page for the product, and try to build a following for it, et cetera, et cetera.
You're lucky it's not competition,
Yeah. Yeah. But talk about how big or important it is. And I know you said your wife does a lot of it. I think you mentioned to me, but how important is the social media part of it, and what's your strategy as far as that goes, and trying to build up this product? How big is social media for you guys?
Social media not huge these days for everybody and anybody. You can see how something can take off overnight with the right content, or with a little bit of luck as well. But my wife handles all this. My wife's a creative person for the business. She designed the website and the packaging, and actually came up with the name Links Drinks. But she manages the social media, and I'm not the social media expert, but by all accounts, she's doing a great job. We get a lot of feedback that people tell us they love what she's doing. But yeah, she's got a few thousand followers in a couple of years, and it's a great, any digital type of marketing is just a great way to reach a lot of people at the click of a button, right? I kind of started the business more grassroots, door to door, going to golf course to course here in Connecticut, store to store, tapping into my relationships and industry, network connections. And you have to do all of that, but how much you can, I mean, you can reach hundreds of thousands of potential prospects and consumers and customers via Instagram or Facebook or the internet, whatever, versus hopping in your car and going door to door. So it's big for us now, and it could be even bigger. But yeah, my wife's doing a great job so far, so good.
And how much golf are you playing? I mean, it's got to be a great way to promote your products as well, just by going out there and playing. Zero.
And to quote Animal House, 0.0. Actually, in all honesty, I've played 2 18 rounds of golf this year, 1 9er. So 2.5 rounds of golf, nothing. But most people say that in golf. The goal is to get to the point that we're, instead of just doing tastings at all these golf tournaments, we're playing it. So
Right.
Not a ton right now. How about you? Teeing it up?
Yeah, I don't play. I'm actually playing this weekend. It's the first time I've played since mid-July. We have our club championship coming up at our course.
Okay.
I remember it. I'm trying to play in that just for fun. But
when we get off the air, we can both tell the truth that we've played a lot of golf. No, I really have only played 2.5 rounds. So.
Yeah, I literally haven't played since July 11th. I think was my last round. And I only remember it because it was the day before the RI amateur. So talk about but that's okay. There's plenty of time left and plenty of time to play golf.
Let's build up your site and our product, and so we can play more golf.
That's the goal. Eventually the goal is to let it run itself, and then
right. Everybody that's watching, support our products because we're selfish. We want to play more golf.
Absolutely.
Together.
I know you're gonna get out of here in a few minutes. I have to go ready for the show, but talk about other than our golf or lack of golf, but talk about. And I know you mentioned a few other drinks, but what's next for Links Drinks? Where do you want to go with it? How many more states do you want to get in? I mean, obviously you want to get in every state, but what's next for Links Drinks, or what's your vision for it?
Short term, coming out with the 2 new flavors that we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of expansion, focus on what we're essentially from Maine down to Georgia, Northeast. So love to be in Florida. I mean, I don't have to state the obvious, the weather and the golf, but outside of that, like to be out west in California, Texas, Arizona, Nevada, those West Coast warmer weather states as well. Of course, we'd like to be everywhere, but I think we're trying to walk fast, as opposed to run. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. I think I said it before, we're happy to be in the game. I mean, it's only been 2 years, and we've got some good distribution. We're getting good feedback. I think I like the product, but the feedback we get is that the customers love it, so that's good. I think we're onto something there. I'd like to. Ultimately, I keep saying own the golf space and have a couple of other transfusion products, and then to do well enough so that ultimately we can give back to others. That's really what we want to do. There's a charitable component to our business. We want to donate a portion of our profits to charity. We will donate a portion of our profits to charity when we have profits. But that would be the goal. I would love to continue to support charity events, other families that have gone through what we've gone through, and just make a difference that way. This is fun and really cool, and we're happy to be doing it. I'm glad we took the chance and did not envision this starting my own business like this, at the age of 49 and after what we've been through. But bigger picture, it'd be great to do well enough to give back and have an impact on others. Ultimately.
Yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned that because, like, for me, Like I never like thought of myself as like an entrepreneur per se. Like I
Right.
just had this idea. I'm just a sports writer basically. And now, yeah, and it kind of, well, along your lines of what you said, how you never really envisioned yourself starting a business. I never really envisioned myself as like starting a business necessarily either, as an entrepreneur or whatever. I'm just like a sports writer. I write about sports. I cover the Patriots and college basketball, my previous job. So I kind of go off of that. But I'm just a sports writer. I enjoy writing about golf, and it's kind of emerged into Golf News RI. Me and my buddy Rich had an idea for something like this, not quite to this level, in a parking lot in Providence, in a parking garage in Providence, excuse me.
There you go. That's it.
We probably both had a few drinks, and we just talking before leaving, I guess, whatever. And so I never really envisioned. I thought it was a cool idea. There's no other news source for Ryan Golf. The Providence Journal is kind of going away. They don't really cover. I mean, they cover the big tournaments, obviously, that's easy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's interesting that you said that, how you never really envisioned yourself as starting a business. I didn't really either. I still don't. I still envision myself as I'm just
right. Yeah, neither do I. Listen, I'm a career salesman. That's it. I'm a salesperson. Came up with this idea, and my wife was on board. That was big, and she wanted to be involved, which was huge because there's a fair amount of what we're doing that I can't do alone, and you have to pay for somebody to do that, and she's doing that. So things just kind of work out the way they do. Hopefully, listen, we're both we got it off the ground. We're both kind of making it happen, and we'll see where it goes. Right? We got nothing to lose at this point, do we?
Nope, nothing to lose. And
why not take a chance?
You've been in there.
If it isn't really even considered a chance, we're doing it, right?
Yeah, no, it's not considered a chance anymore. It was a chance, for me and obviously for you at the time, but it's not a chance anymore. Now it's a real thing. It's just a matter of building in the right direction and getting bigger and bigger. And for us, I'm excited to work with you guys because you guys have reach in a bunch of different states, and not that I'm looking to launch another website right this second, obviously, but I certainly looked into launching, Golf News MA or Golf News
there you go.
New York or something in the future. And so I'm excited to work with you guys. For us, the benefit is going to be helping maybe give us a presence of some sort, obviously, in other states, which is going to be really exciting for us. And obviously, we want to help you guys grow.
Absolutely, man.
Here in our island.
It's a win-win. I mean, how bad is it, right? You're a writer, so you're writing, and you're a golfer, you're in golf. I mean, win-win there. What do we have a cocktail and kind of in the golf space. I mean, two pretty good categories. I mean, so if you're looking to do something fun, we've got that going for us.
Oh, I'm having a ton of. I always tell people I'm having more fun like doing this and writing and stuff than I do actually playing golf. And I like playing.
I don't know about that, but all right. I don't know if I believe. I can't join your camp there, but
well, I enjoy playing. I just enjoy, I'm excited about where we're going and where Golf News RI is going. So that excitement kind of is what drives me at this point. But Fred, thanks so much for taking some time to talk to me. This is